All right.
When people are like, look at this kid who can shred, and I'm like,
I'm not piggybacking off you. That's what
you're
feel.
piggybacking off the song.
Piggybacking off the song. There's a big difference in marketing where you don't piggyback off the guest, you piggyback off the song. And sometimes the guest piggybacks off you. And if you were Jason Richardson, or what's his name? George Lucas?
Oh, Lucas, man.
I'd be piggybacking off of him. So we're filming now. No, you can hold on to that. So this is the part where you awkwardly introduce yourself. I'll do it and I'll introduce you. And we'll cut all this out. The world is watching us right now.
Okay, but you gotta keep the part where you say, this is the part where you awkwardly introduce yourself. Because it adds comedic value.
Oh yeah, that's true. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel where we're breaking down what makes music listenable and good, and what makes musicians great at what they do. A lot of the behind-the-scenes practice and intentionality that goes into songwriting. This is another episode in a series where we're analyzing Dance Gavin Dance's new album, Afterburner. And today we have a guest joining us. He's Mini Lucas.
No, you don't actually.
Insert Instagram name here.
Nathan.
This is Nathan.
Hello.
Mr. Guitar Guy on Instagram. Damn, you don't have a guitar. You'd be shredding. People are probably asking, well, Mr. Guitar Guy.
Frick.
Is our 13-year-old prodigy who's going to be the next Jason Richardson by the time he's Jason Richardson's age. What we normally do is we play the song. I like to cover like what kind of a theme or emotion I'm feeling, what I'm noticing about the composition of the song. And occasionally I will pause it, and that's to preventing like overlap of, like a transition might occur and I'm still talking and yammering, and then people listening are like, oh, you missed the best part because you're talking. So we're not going to do that. We're going to pause, and that'll also give you some time to share your thoughts on the song. The song is Say Hi. It's the 10th track off of Afterburner. These videos are in no particular order. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
You gotta zoom in on the part of me drinking water.
Yes. Ooh. Dirty.
Dissonance.
We're not getting the mic. Yeah, this is super heavy.
The way they mix the clean vocals.
Okay, there's a lot going on here. So you mentioned something about the way they mix the clean vocals. Go into that.
It just has like so much like high end, but then it's not like annoying high end. It's just like a really good amount of airiness.
Okay, like there's a certain texture to. Yeah. Now, is that specific to the song, or is that just Tillian's voice?
Dance Gavin Dance.
Yeah. Okay. That airiness of his voice it's very soulful. Like you're almost listening to some like old R&B, old blues, kind of.
Yeah.
But in the context of punk. Right off the bat, the song gives me anxiety. And that's probably the intent of it. Does the song seem atonal to you?
Not necessarily atonal, but like there's a lot of dissonance, there's a lot of minor seconds, tritones, moonish stuff going on.
And dissonance being like space between two notes that kind of gives you anxiety, basically. So back to
anxiety-inducing notes.
Anxiety-inducing notes. Pseudo jet. Yeah, like this ebb and flow. contrast. Alright, so back with the clean part. Okay. Oh, the chromatic chord. Is it a 7? It's so lax, but also very heavy. I see what they're doing. Like when they break that space up, and then whatever jump, it builds tension because then that when the guitar hits back in, it's like hitting you twice as hard. My thoughts throughout this whole thing is like, this is probably the heaviest Dance Gavin Dance song I've ever heard.
It's one of the heaviest, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a ginormous fan, and I don't think I've heard every single album, but out of the 4 I've heard, this is definitely the heaviest one I've heard.
What I notice a lot about Dance Gavin Dance riffs is even though a lot of it's like dissonant, there's still guitar movement, like lots of arpeggiated stuff. Like he's not just playing chords the entire time. Are you talking the lead lines in the background? So, well, there's also chords, just to give it the chunk.
The chunk.
The chunk.
So the way that they use chords and notes and lead lines is interesting in a way that it adds some direction to the song, so you don't fall into this.
Prog is fun.
They're going more proggy rather than getting caught in a cycle where.
Metalcore. You gotta say it how it is.
in some musical genres, musicians will find themselves in a songwriting trap by their choices of chords that they play, and it kind of just forces them in a box where they have to go between like 2 or 3 parts. For example, part 1 will always like your brain will always want to see part 2 come after part 1, and then after part 2 we want to see part 3, and then part 3 goes perfectly back into part 1. And what prog bands and people that use prog bands, we use air quotes on this channel.
John.
Because it's all suggestive. Chan is a good example. We basically artists that use a very particular chord to break out of the cycle of where the song is intended to go. Just add some freshness to it. It sounds exhausting if I was screaming this part.
Yeah.
You'd just be out of breath. There's probably like 18 takes. This is the time where we relax. The moms dig this. Periphery-esque. Go into that. What makes it periphery-esque?
The clean guitar, and then just the and then just the same riff but dirty.
Is that something particular to their last album, or is that a sound?
I'd say like, yeah.
I know you're talking about.
Bones, some songs in Periphery 3. Especially like
metalcore fill into heavy part or a distorted guitar part. I see that, yeah. Okay, some production. There you go, Periphery breakdown. You nailed it. Okay.
That was amazing.
What? Can we just go back to that for a sec? What happened there?
It was just a and then the next song. That was good.
It's funny when you see this title "Say Hi," you don't expect a song like that.
Yeah.
You're expecting like
Groovy,
a groovy song, maybe about being friendly to people.
I guess. Maybe that was about being friendly to people. I don't know. I didn't listen to the lyrics closely enough. A lot of the streams were just so brutal. It's like
Yeah, the only line I remember was like being normal. So maybe the song is about saying hi to people and pretending to be normal or something. I don't know. Have to go back and do a in-depth lyric read on this.
I'm gonna learn that breakdown. But the clean part into like the dirty clean part. What was that's the song that reminds me of it. The Way the News Goes. That song is like. That just reminds me of that song.
Oh, when it comes back in. Ha!
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. And he goes, ha!
Yeah.
It makes some weird noise.
And then the weird noise at the end.
Say hi. Let's see what this guy's thinking about. You're just in denial and with the wrong one. Love don't make you cripple or enslave. You're just in denial with the wrong one. Job description ain't the one who says, I can see my full reflection behind my new complexion. I just need to be alone. Why do people stare? Are they noticing you're there? Swap me for my clone. Okay, so there is like a social aspect to the lyrics, which is probably why the song is called Say Hi. How do I say hi to another guy when I want to die? Whoa. Social anxiety much? Yeah. I wonder if this is personal. Social anxiety is real, but how real is it when you've been a band touring for like 10 years? You've been in front of hundreds, thousands of people, maybe millions by now. Do you have any thoughts about the overall composition?
I liked how when I thought it was going to go into a breakdown, it went into a clean part. And the breakdown was just at the very end. But
Yeah.
it's not stereotypical. It's interesting. It draws you back into the song when you're like losing a little bit of interest.
Yeah, it was like a refresher.
Yeah.
I call it the palate cleanser. Where you put in
Face spritz.
Now, would you say that is a totally different phrase? That's a unique phrase to the song, right? When they brought
Yeah.
that clean part in.
Yes.
I
I think it was like a different progression than all the other parts.
But I did notice the same thing you did. Very beginning, you saw that it was going from heavy, clean, like clockwork.
Like Nirvana.
Like Nirvana. Nirvana, who invented the quiet verse, loud chorus, right?
Yeah.
Quiet verse, loud chorus. That's the elements of most top 40 songs. Get these big choruses to shadow your verses. There's really not much to say other than just how ridiculously heavy that song is. Which one would you want to see next?
Lyrics Lie.
You've heard that one already?
No.
I think Lyrics Lie was a single that they dropped, and I only heard it once. So next week I'll do Lyrics Lie. We'll talk about that one. Maybe you'll be there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And now we write a song in a day.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be ruling in the background while you wrap it up.